Things I want to see in 2026. Let's get started with the one that's going to make the most people mad and the most people happy, ironically, and that's the Tribal Chief running it back. Let's restart the Bloodline. And I don't mean the Bloodline that we got at War Games 2 years ago. I'm talking Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the smack-talking guy who will cut a promo on you as he beats you up in the middle of the ring. The Usos are already the tag team champions again. They can flank him. You know what? Solo Sikoa, your Bloodline, your MFTs, whatever you are, you're not really doing that much either. How about this? Let's bring Solo back under the wing of Roman Reigns, but this time Roman is going to actually train him to be next in line. We'll just have Jey Uso say, you know what? I don't want it. I don't want that noise. And Solo Sikoa will become the under the tutelage of Roman, and we will have we'll have Jacob Fatu become the enforcer, and boom, we have ourselves the Bloodline. Why do I want the Bloodline back? Well, let's see. Honestly, that's kind of the last time the WWE was really on fire, as Triple H used to like to say. Now everything is just too safe and sanitized, and you might be thinking, oh man, Chop, I don't want a champion who is barely ever here. Well, kinda, sorta, that's what we do now. CM Punk literally just defended his title after what, like 2 months? He was gone for a good couple weeks. When Cody Rhodes won his title at SummerSlam, he was gone for 6 weeks. So honestly, Roman's schedule is like conducive to how they do things nowadays. Now, I'm not like happy about that, but if we're gonna make our champions part-time, well then we might as well just make part-time Roman our champion, because I'll tell you what, Roman was able to make it work. Even in the absence of Roman, his shadow and presence still loomed over WWE. But when Cody was absent, I barely noticed. So, like, don't worry, I'll have something for Cody later too. Don't worry, I'm not a Cody hater, but I feel that Roman and the Bloodline, well, they did amazing stuff, and they're the ones that brought WWE back to the promised land, and WWE is just too safe, too sanitized right now, so I'm kind of hoping we can just run it back. I know Jey Uso fans would probably be the most offended by what I said here, being that I'm saying let's go with Solo, but I mean, I think we just got to make that happen some way, somehow, because, like, Solo's, what, 33? Jey Uso has even said he's more at the end of his career than the middle or beginning. So, Solo Sikoa, he's the guy, he's our guy. And Roman then can have one last really long title reign, and we can finally get our Roman Reigns versus The Rock matchup at WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia might have the money, the blank check ability to get The Rock in one final time. Then we get that match that we were supposed to get at 40, and boom, everybody can walk away happy. Roman has one last long title reign, and then boom, we can finally split it up. Heck, if we can get Paul Heyman back in, let's do that as well. All right, next one. I want Liv and Raquel Rodriguez at WrestleMania. I want to run back Shawn Michaels versus Big Daddy Cool Diesel at WrestleMania. How I would do it, I don't really care how we get there, but how I would do it, I would have Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez start the Royal Rumble. This year's Royal Rumble, they start number 1, number 2, and they will go all the way to the end of the Royal Rumble, all the way to the end. Number 1, number 2, and Raquel Rodriguez will actually eliminate Liv Morgan. Raquel wins. Holy cow. Great stuff right there. Raquel, though, is going to say, you know what? I don't want to wait to WrestleMania. I want to do it now. And so Raquel will face Stephanie Fakir at the Elimination Chamber. And Liv Morgan, though, will enter the Elimination Chamber. Liv Morgan will win the Elimination Chamber early in the night. And then Raquel Rodriguez will beat Stephanie Fakir. And boom, now we have ourselves those two at WrestleMania. Would love, love, love that. All right, here's a bonus one. Okay, so the 24/7 title, that was, it was whatever. It was whatever. But, Tozawa doesn't have anything to do. R-Truth doesn't have anything to do. What if Otis was like rummaging through the locker room? Well, I remember one time Midian found Shane McMahon's European Championship. It might have even been in the trash. I can't remember. And he was like, "Oh, can I have this?" And Shane McMahon was like, "Yeah, well, let's do something like that." All right. So Otis finds the championship, and he starts to wear it. Tozawa starts to get jealous. He figures out a way to pin him, and we restart the 24/7, but only with Otis, Tozawa, and eventually R-Truth. Nobody else. I don't want to start seeing like Rio and the Grande Americanos in on this, or football players, or no one. Just those three. It's like a title for those three, and nobody else cares. I think it'd just be something fun and funny to do. Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, they will form a duo of people who feel they have been overlooked and passed up. They feel like we've got all the tools. In any other generation, we would be the top stars, and yet we keep getting held back. So they will form a duo right there. Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams. At first, I was like, I don't want Trick Williams to go into the main event scene. By the way, Sami Zayn, he's also joining the Bloodline. All right, I need Bloodline Sami Zayn back with Roman and them, and I want them to be heels. If I didn't say that earlier, I'm pretty sure I did it. They're going to be heels again. I don't care if they're cool heels. They could be like NWO heels, where they're super cool and everyone's going to cheer regardless, but they're still heels nonetheless. All right, what was I talking about? Oh, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. I think Trick Williams should go right for the main event scene. However, it is stacked. It is stacked right now, that main event scene. And I think I think it would be best for Trick Williams to maybe enter the mid-card and dominate the mid-card. We'll let Obafemi go into the main event scene, but Trick stays in the mid-card, and him and Carmelo Hayes, I want them to kind of do a Triple H The Rock when they were both really hungry mid-carders, leader of DX, leader of Nation Domination. I don't think they need to have a faction, but I want them to feud over that US belt like it is the World Championship. Let's talk Obafemi. Obafemi, I either see him as the guy who beats Brock Lesnar, or he's the guy who beats the guy. So Gunther right now is on a career killer path. He has killed Goldberg, which I'm thankful for, and John Cena. Didn't think he needed to tap, but he did. Whatever. Moving on. So now maybe AJ Styles, maybe Brock Lesnar. Those are two names that have been hinted to retiring. So if we have Gunther beat Brock Lesnar, I want Obafemi to be the first guy to beat Gunther. Gunther doesn't need championships if he has this huge career killer story going on, character going on, but eventually someone has to beat him. I think Obafemi would be a great pick. The Vision. I want the Vision broken up. I just want the Vision broken up. I mean, I'm wondering if they're going to try to like have Seth Rollins kind of infiltrate with like Austin Theory, who knows, maybe even Logan Paul, and he will then kick out the Bronze and then retake over the Vision when he comes back. But honestly, I think the Vision never really landed. It had its moments here and there, but for the most part, I personally have never felt the Vision. Maybe it was the fact that they weren't named for 3 months. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, but whatever the case may be, they never landed for me. That's why I'm kind of like, let's put all our eggs back in the Bloodline basket, and let's just let the Vision dissolve. You can have Austin Theory, Logan Paul be a tag team if you want. I'm not sure what we're doing there. Bronson Reed, he was better as a single star. Yeah, he had his moment as the tribal thief and he was stealing the shoes off of Roman Reigns. That was a really good month or two for Bronson Reed, but for the most part, he's been overlooked in the Vision, and Braun Breaker, he didn't need the Vision either. And quite honestly, if you look at Raw last week, the Vision didn't help him win the championship, so there's no need for the Vision. Braun Breaker is just he can just go on his own. So let's dissolve the Vision. Maybe that gives Paul Heyman the excuse to go back begging Roman Reigns. And who knows, Roman Reigns can haze him for a little bit before he fully accepts him back. What else we could do? Rhea Ripley. I want Rhea Ripley to go heel. But how she goes heel is this way. Eventually, her and Iyo Sky, they start... Maybe it's for a title, maybe it's not, but they start challenging each other again. Maybe Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring could happen, and Iyo will beat Rhea again. And Rhea's just like, man, come on, Iyo, let's one more time. I just need to beat you. And then Iyo beats Rhea again. And at that point, Rhea snaps. I think this would be really cool because Rhea is like, she's all huggy, Iyo Sky. You cannot see those two together without Rhea on top of Iyo just like hugging the crap out of her. So they got like this really close friendship, right? So if Rhea is revealed to be so jealous of Iyo that she can't beat her, and that will just make all of these hugs right now will make for a more powerful heel turn because Iyo will feel so betrayed. Iyo will be like, how could you ruin our friendship just because you can't beat me in a fight? It was never about that. Iyo never even cares that Rhea can't beat her. Iyo doesn't care about that at all. Iyo is just all about the honor of the wrestling match. But Rhea over here is just letting this jealousy grow and grow and grow, and she turns heel. Rhea has always been a better heel. I know. Not gonna happen, chomp. Rhea sells too much merchandise. I know, but a guy can dream, can't he? These are my 2026 wish list. Not done yet. I wrote some down, but I remember them all so far. Let's see. Oba Femi becomes the guy. Oh, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. I want those three pretty much feuding all year long. I want them trading the belt back and forth. We could have, Bianca Belair, she's going to come back, right? She comes back, she challenges Jade, they're going at it for a good couple months, and then boom, out of nowhere, Naomi returns, and then it's like, you could have the triple threat, you could have Naomi versus Jade, Naomi versus Bianca versus... there's just so many ways you could go about it. And, every month they trade the title. I don't need long title reigns. There's another thing, just a broad 2026. I don't want long title reigns. Oh, Chris Jericho. Let's have Chris Jericho when he does come back, if he comes back. Let's have Chris Jericho. Every single month, we have a new Chris Jericho. What do you mean by that, Chop? What I mean by that is Chris Jericho has reinvented himself 800 times. Now, we don't use any of his AEW stuff. I don't know if he would be allowed to use his AEW personas here, but probably could. I don't think Tony Khan would care, but let's just, for the sake of being cautious, he doesn't use his La Champion or the Learning Tree, but you can kind of get away with it. I mean, look at Rusev. Rusev uses basically the Redeemer gimmick still, so you could do stuff like that from AEW with Chris Jericho, but every single month, we're going to have Chris Jericho who has reinvented himself time and time again. Every reinvention will be like, the first month is going to be the Lion Tamer Chris Jericho. The second month is going to be the Chris Jericho that just does a whole list of all these moves that he can do. The third month is when he's challenging someone that he probably can't beat. So like month number 3, he keeps challenging. He did this to Goldberg in WCW. He keeps challenging Oba Femi when Oba Femi's not in the building. And he's like, well, looks like I'm 0-3 against Oba Femi because Oba Femi refused to come and challenge me. And then one day Oba Femi just comes and kills him, and then, 4, he becomes Y2J, the guy that interrupted The Rock. 5, he's the suit and tie Chris Jericho. Jericho. 6, he's the troll Jericho. 7, he's the list Jericho. He just made the list. So many Jerichos we could do every single month. So it'd be like, just kind of a fun callback. A fun callback. Jericho will never get old that way. That's for sure. So my last one here then is Cody Rhodes. I want Cody Rhodes. Actually, we'll do CM Punk first. I want CM Punk to turn. I want everyone to turn everybody heel. I guess we can't do CM Punk just yet. If we're gonna do Cody Rhodes, we can't do CM Punk. CM Punk would be a great challenger for the Bloodline. So let's have Cody Rhodes turn heel. But when I say Cody Rhodes turns heel, I want Cody to be the exact same character he is now, but just a little more. Just a little more. I want Cody Rhodes to be like, always saying things like, because of me, WWE is on top. I want him to basically take credit for everything. He's like, if you look, when I returned, the stock prices went up, everything. He takes credit for everything. And when something goes wrong, he goes, well, me and Triple H were talking. I want him to kind of make Triple H into a heel also. We don't need Triple H on screen. I wouldn't mind if Triple H turned heel. I wouldn't mind Triple H on screen because I definitely want to boo that guy in real life. So it would be great if I could just boo him on camera. But if Triple H doesn't want to do that, fine. Just have Cody Rhodes always say, yeah, Triple H said this. Me and Triple H were talking. He feels and I feel that I should be in the title picture here. Me and Triple H, me and Triple H, me and Triple H. Oh my God, that would be horrible. And then he's just so happy. If he ever wins a belt, he comes out all smiling. He's only talking about his dad. He just really redirects it to just playing into kind of what Becky Lynch did. Anything that the internet has said, just play into it. That Cody Rhodes, all smug, kind of oblivious, would be just, it would be great. I'm telling you, Cody's such a good heel, and that would be amazing. So those are things that I want to see in 2026. I'm sure there's more if I could think about it. I want all the titles to mean something, be relevant. You know what? Here's one. I just thought of it. Literally just thought of it. Chelsea Green, Zack Ryder. I know Chelsea Green is like the AAA champion, mixed tag with Ethan Page. But if somehow we could get Zack with Chelsea for that title, I would love to see those two as a power couple, an obnoxious power couple, but a power couple nonetheless. That'd be so funny. And Zack, who knows, Zack and Chelsea can team up with Cody then, and Zack could always be like, yeah, on the indies, he's always talking about the indies. Oh my gosh, that would be great. All right, boys. All right, girls. Those are some of the things I want to see in 2026. What are some of the things you want to see? Let me know. Comments below. You know the drill. See ya. Bye.